Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another weekly forecast. And before we get started, as usual, let's go through the VIP results that we sort of had this week. And it wasn't the best week. I'm not ashamed to show my losses. There's full transparency here because we know that we can still trade gold, although it's just sort of just focusing. We on Monday caught 100 pips. On Wednesday, it was a very interesting day because I must sort of show you guys this. If I scroll up on the VIP channel, right, and I show you what happened, this is what happened here. We had our buys at 19. Can I zoom in here anymore? Yes, I can. At 1978, we had our buy limits, and by 0.5, guys, 0.5, we ended up missing our trade, and price then shot up 600 pips. Right, I now have made a breakdown for the VIPs to share how I sort of managed my mindset during this week, how I then sort of, after two losses back to back, how I then managed to jump back in with a 200 pip banger on Friday to end the week off, and then manage to recover the losses that we made. So yeah, obviously there was a reason why I sent the sell setup before my in my mindset. After I sent the sell setup to the free channel, it was like, damn, I just missed out on like one of the most amazing buys by like 0.5. Let's see if we can sort of capitalize it. Obviously you see FOMC sort of just went straight through our sell zone, carried on going, and then went to our little imbalance zone, which I then marked up. But anyway, regardless of that, I don't torture myself over all setups. It's just something I would like to sort of portray to teach other people how to sort of manage this mindset. And it's all about psychology at the end of the day when it comes to trading. So that's pretty much it. So after that sell setup was shared, we ended up hitting SL. The risk was managed, that's fine, it doesn't really bother me. We then worked on the next setup, and what did I then share? If we go to the VIP channel, I shared this with the VIPs straight after. I had to get home. I was like, how can we sort of make this money back? And then I was like, look guys, I'm expecting for price to take at the previous highs, collect this liquidity above 2041, right? Because usually with an impulse move, price likes to go and break some highs, try to collect some liquidity for a reversal, take some SLs off, because a lot of people will be trying to sell up here by placing their SLs above 2041. There'll be a lot of people with buy stops waiting above this area, saying that, right, if price breaks up here, it will go up. But not us. We know that liquidity is sitting above that area, and gold loves liquidity. They love to collect people's stops and buy stops. So within this imbalance zone, we have a fair value gap which will fill. So there's a lot of confirmations that price will want to slow down. So this is what I was saying, that where price may slow down in this area, we may be able to catch the sell, but we want to see price retrace to around about 2010, and this sort of leads into my weekly forecast to then buy, right? And then what ended up happening, let's look at the second picture. Price failed to break, and then you can see on Thursday price then gave us that impulse into the liquidity zone, collected the liquidity, price then dropped, and this gave us confirmation for our sell, right? We then waited for the retracement, caught the sell right at the top of that order block, filled some imbalance on the smaller time frame. The SL was above the previous high, and then boom, we got that drop. And if we go and look at the chart now, we are now floating plus 250 pips. So that was an absolute fantastic trade. It's a great way to end the week after FOMC didn't perform, but you know what, can't catch them all. I've traded before all the other FOMCs, and we managed to catch some great trades. So I wouldn't sweat it if you go and miss one of them, because you know that the next one you'll be able to sort of smash it. You'll be ready. So pretty much going into this weekly forecast, what am I looking for? So you can see that with FOMC we did have a big impulse up. We have broken some structure on the 4-hour time frame. You can see that price is now bounced off this buy zone on a higher time frame. This shows that price, buyers are stepping back in after a retracement. So I will be expecting for price to push back above 2050 at some point. We don't know if it'll be next week, but it'll be something to sort of look at. So I'm going to leave that sort of box ready there. I'll remove this imbalance zone because it's been filled. Price is now retracing the FOMC move, and I'm currently watching 2010. Okay, obviously this is something for the VIPs, specifically why I'm looking here, but around this area you can see that this was the weekly high at Monday 11th, so price could be coming back to retest this here. So that, look at that, fits right into my imbalance zone, which I've got marked here. You guys can go and find this imbalance on what I'm actually looking at, and we're having this very quick retracement. So hopefully on Monday what we're likely to get is a price to continue pushing down into this area, and we just look for the same thing that we looked on the sell, right? We want to see price consolidate, create some sort of fake outs, come back, create some more sort of double tops of some sort, and then you want to then get into some buys to continue this move, because I do think price will likely go up. On the higher time frame is sort of showing that. You can see that we had a very big bullish candle, right? So you still want to get into these buys, because on a higher time frame you can see that price is climbing up, right? We've taken out the all-time high, we've now retraced, charging back up. Now we go and attack this wick that we created to fill that liquidity if we possibly can. So pretty much it's a very, very simple setup next week. This is what I'll be looking for price to come back into this 2010s, probably even touch 2000, right? So you look for 2000 as well. Price could fall that as far back as that. You want to have very, very tight stop losses, because this is a very, very big range, right? So price is pushed up from 1980, sorry, to 2046. That's a 600 pip range. So you want to have very quite basically you want to have quite a few buy setups, but with very, very tight SLs, right? Because I'm sure on one of them you'll end up catching that move to be able to hold throughout the Christmas period. So that's what I'll be looking for. See if the confirmation's there, get in those buys, guys, and hold over the Christmas period. Pretty much I think that's all I have on gold. What I'd be looking for in targets though is the one you want to see price come back towards these previous highs at 2047. This will then show that right after this level you have resistance at 2070, and then you're likely to see price go up to the 4-hour sell zone, which is around about 2100, and then from then we'll probably be into the new year, and then we can sort of start analyzing again once price gets up to this area, whether we'll look to sell, get some retracements, or whether we'll be holding for the all-time high again at 2140. So pretty much that's all from the weekly forecast. I hope this helped. I hope you're sort of managing to be profitable with our free channel. If you haven't joined the VIP, the link is in the description. The free channel is also in the description. It's been a waste. Peace out.